Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there?
Nike didn't simply release an ad. They slipped a warning into the culture. A future preview disguised as entertainment. Enormous money behind it. Worldwide icons on screen. And a signal so quiet that most people never heard it. This wasn't humor. It wasn't about distance. And it sure as hell wasn't basic promotion. It was a blueprint. Because what Nike just staged around Caitlin Clark explains what comes next. And why 2026 won't just matter, it will redefine women's basketball entirely. You've already watched it. Recognizable faces, loud personalities, casual skepticism. Caitlin, what about from there? Laughter, shrugs, be serious. She's not hitting that. No shot. Taylor, your turn. I'm not even trying. The doubt feels light, almost friendly. That's the trick. Then Caitlin walks in. No debate, no build-up, no performance. Just the ball, the release, and silence breaking into noise. Nike called it from anywhere. Most viewers took that at face value. Logo threes, deep range. Shooting spectacle, but that was never the message. Nike wasn't selling distance, they were selling destiny. From here though, that would be crazy, right? Whatever, fine, from right here. Applause, from anywhere. Music, okay, guess that answers that. Nike understands something most brands never will. The rare ones don't just win. They change the rules people think exist. Caitlin Clark doesn't succeed in spite of doubt. She feeds on it. That's why the ad doesn't crown her first. It challenges her first. Nike didn't create that storyline. They recorded it. Because Caitlin has lived inside that tone her entire life. Long before nil money. Long before packed arenas. Long before ratings shattered expectations. There was a driveway in Iowa. Freezing air. Cracked concrete. A slope that punished every shot. Most kids would have adapted. Caitlin demanded the surface change. She didn't ask for aesthetics. She didn't want comfort. She wanted range. A full three-point line. That choice matters more than people realize. Because it exposes how her mind works. She doesn't work around limits. She deletes them. I begged my dad to rip up the grass and pour more concrete so I could have a full three-point line. Wait, so you literally extended the court? Yeah, the driveway was slanted. I only had one side. So you made him tear everything up? Yeah, and he did. As she climbed levels, the faces changed, but the script stayed the same. Too small, too slow. That won't translate. High school coaches said college defenders would shut her down. College analysts promised the pros would humble her. WNBA voices swore elite athletes would erase her range. Same forecast, every stage, same ending. She didn't tweak her game. She stretched it. Then something snapped into place. This wasn't reckless shooting anymore. This was control, precision, relentless efficiency. These weren't highlight accidents. This was repetition, night after night. Defenses ran out of answers. Drop coverage died. Traps failed. Presses collapsed. Coaches stopped preparing for her team. They started preparing for her pull. That's when the geometry of the sport warped. Music, applause, left hand, count it. She jumps the lane. Clark. Oh no. Clark again. Can she respond? Of course she can. Careful now. Another one might be loading. Dukan has size. Clark rises anyway. From deeper, and the arena detonates. Nike never looked at Caitlin Clark and saw just a jumper. They saw pressure. They saw leverage. Someone who forces defenders to guard air, forces coaches to abandon old schemes, forces fans to show up early and refuse to leave. That isn't skill. That's disruption. And disruption sells longer than highlights ever will. Those celebrities weren't random casting. They were doubt, smiling. The polite disbelief Caitlin has faced forever. Not hostile, not cruel, dismissive. Nike knew fans would feel it instantly. Because everyone has doubted her at some point. And everyone has watched her flip the verdict. Then her rookie year arrived, and the noise got louder. Veterans questioned the hype. Headlines predicted the fall. Fans waited for the correction. Instead, the league adjusted. Clark pulling from deep. There it is. Clark again. The feed. Wallace finishes. And Caitlin Clark just lit the fuse. Wheeler surveys. Knows exactly where to look. The drop pass. The release. That might be the deepest pro shot yet. When she sat, they collapsed. Cities felt the shift immediately. Ticket demand surged. Jerseys vanished. Sponsors recalculated. Caitlin Clark drove $36 million in economic impact, nearly a third of the league's total, even while missing games. That isn't fame. That's architecture. For the first time, the WNBA wasn't dealing in hope or forecasts. It had proof, cold, undeniable evidence that one player could bend the business itself. And once that reality is exposed, there's no walking it back. Then Nike dropped the quiet detonation. Caitlin Clark's signature shoe. Spring 2026. No leaks. No rush. No accident. Nike didn't hesitate, they waited. Because this wasn't about winning the moment. It was about owning the era. By 2026, every variable locks into place. Caitlin healthy. The league accelerating. Global attention already primed. Nike CEO Elliott Hill said it plainly. This isn't being built for her, it's being built with her. The logo, the design, the narrative. Nothing moves until it's right. That restraint tells you everything about the scale of what's coming. I learned early to tune out the noise, dream bigger than I was told to. and believe I could become whatever I wanted. My name is Caitlin Clark. I'm a point guard. Women's basketball brings everything. The emotion, the edge, the fire. That's how I've always played. That's why it matters. Signature shoes usually follow a tired formula. Flash over function. Hype over substance. A brand wrapped around one name. Caitlin walked away from that playbook. This shoe isn't about gatekeeping. It's about access. Youth courts, grassroots gyms, entry points for kids who never had one. Global reach is already baked in. China didn't come up by accident. Caitlin's been consistent from day one. This isn't about being seen. It's about opening doors. This shoe wasn't designed to live behind glass. It's meant to wear down hardwood, to echo in gyms that never had heroes like this before. That philosophy flips the entire model. Watch how she moves now. She lifts teammates, pushes the light outward. Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell. She doesn't absorb attention. She distributes it. That's not coincidence. That's strategy. Analysts believe this line could reach 9 figures, becoming one of the 5 biggest signature basketball franchises, period. But Caitlin never talks margins. She talks magnitude. Because for her, revenue equals reach, and reach creates change. I'd be grateful, she says. Truly grateful. Here's what Nike understood before anyone else did. From anywhere isn't about range, it's about roots. It tells kids that starting points don't dictate finish lines. That Iowa driveway mattered not because of where it was, but because of what was believed there. Caitlin Clark didn't just break through. She left instructions behind. Doubt becomes distance. Distance builds confidence. Confidence creates influence. Influence unlocks opportunity. And that formula doesn't stop with her. It spreads. 2026 isn't just another season. It's a dividing line. Women's basketball steps fully into global brand territory once reserved for men. And Caitlin is the connection. That kid alone in the cold wasn't just extending her shot. She was constructing what comes next. So let me ask you, are you ready for Caitlin Clark's Nike signature shoe? And do you think it permanently changes the WNBA? Drop your take below. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and click the next video on your screen. We'll see you there.